Good night, everyone. Well, I'm going to explain the noun phrases containing relative clauses. But first of all, we have to know what is a noun phrase and what is a relative clause. And well, a noun phrase it includes a noun, person, place, or thing, and the modifiers which distinguish it. Also, we have to know about what is a relative clause. And a relative clause is a subordinated clause that modifies a noun or a noun phrase. Well, a noun phrases containing relative clauses are used to be more specific about who you are describing. It also adds extra information about any noun or noun phrases in your speaking in writing. Uh, we have to distinguish what is a subject pronoun and an object pronoun in noun phrases containing relative clauses. Well, we have a subject and object pronouns cannot be distinguished by their terms who, which, that are used for subject and object pronouns. You can, however, distinguish them as follows. For example, if the relative pronoun is followed by a verb, the relative pronoun is a subject pronoun. A subject pronouns must be always um, mm, used if the relative pronoun is not followed by a verb, but by a noun or pronoun. The relative pronoun is an object pronoun, and an object pronouns can be dropped in defining relative clauses, which are then also called content clauses. Well, here I have a chart where you can see the relative pronouns, and that are who, which that can refer into parts. For example, the subject or object pronoun and in the whole sentence, whose, whom, and that. Uh, this part is how the relative pronouns are used, and here I have some examples where you can use the relative pronoun. So, for example, who is used for subject and object pronoun and is used for people. And the example is, I told you about the woman who lives next door. So this is the relative pronoun, and 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 the woman is the people that is referring, which is used subject or object pronoun for it is used for animals and things. Uh, and the example is, do you see the cat which is lying on the roof? And it's a question. So the animal is the animal is here. The which is the relative pronouns where the is used as a in the sentence. Also, which is referring to a whole sentence, and the example is he couldn't read, which surprised me. The other is whose is used for position and for animals and things. Um, and the example says, do you know the boy whose mother is a nurse? And the other is whom. It's used an object pronoun for people, especially in not defining relative clauses. In defining relative clauses, we colloquially refers who. You have also know that whom is more formal than who. So if you want to make a sentence, a very formal sentence, you have to use whom. And the same example is, I was invited by the professor whom I met at the conference. That that is the most common relative pronoun in a sentence because we can use it in for animals, for people, things, and people use it. It's very common to use it, and well, it says subject or object pronoun for people, animals, and things, and define a relative clauses. And the example is I don't like the table that stands in the kitchen. Well, here I have some examples about noun phrases containing relative clauses. As I was explaining you that noun phrases containing relative clauses are used as a subject and are used as an object. So the example says something that I love is tasting different types of food. So something that I love is the noun phrase. Something is the noun. That I love is the relative clause. Uh, as you can see in this example, the noun phrases comes before the verb to be, and the verb to be is right here. So as an object is the same sentence. So it says tasting different type of food is something that I love. So as you can see, the beginning, this part of the sentence uh, as an object comes at the end. So the sentence change. Another examples are as a subject, one thing that I will be embarrassed about is speaking another language. And as an object, speaking another language is one thing that I will be embarrassed about. The other is someone who I will miss is my best friend. And as an object, my best friend is someone who I will miss. Well, other example is the language is one thing that I will be worried about. And as an object, one thing that I will be worried about is the language. My dog is the thing that I will miss the most. The thing that I will miss the most is my dog. My mom's cooking is something that I will really miss. Something that I will really miss is my mom's cooking. My mom's cooking. So as you can see, the noun the noun phrase as an object comes at the end of the sentence, and as a subject is the noun is at the beginning. So that's why the the noun phrases containing relative clauses change, and it's very important to know about this because at the moment of writing, we should know about how to write a noun containing relative clauses.